What's going on YouTube? JB's Game Store here. Today we're doing a little bit of a different video. I'm going to be showing off my current deck list that I'm using in Master Duel to actually climb, at least with the amount of time that I have. As you can tell, I'm only in like Plat 4, so I don't have a whole lot of time that I get to play the game, but I have been having some pretty good success. I just wanted to kind of show you guys where I'm at, and then also maybe you guys can give me some input on what to change in my deck and go over a couple of replays. So currently, this is the deck that I've landed on. I've got the whole Tri-Brigade package as essentially a one of, except for I do have two of the Fractals. So I've got the one Nerval, which this is the one that whenever it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a Tri-Brigade to your hand. Gyzarus is normally the one you add to your hand because you can discard a beast, beast warrior, or wing beast monster to special summon it from your hand, which it just so happens that Molcharmi Fualos is a wing beast. So if you have a Fualos in your hand going first, and you're able to pitch the Fractal, which sends a level 3 or lower beast, beast warrior, or wing beast from your deck to your graveyard, you'll usually want to go ahead and send the kit, and then the kit, when it gets sent to the graveyard, can send another one to the graveyard. So you can send the Nerval, and then that's when the Nerval activates when it gets sent to the graveyard, and you add the Gyzarus, and then you can discard the Fualos, and that gives you 4 in case you need to summon Shureg, or you want to summon Shureg going first. That's kind of the combo with those. Also, the Tri-Brigades do allow you to kind of link into some of the Gladiator Beasts if needed, or like Test Panther. Maybe you don't have another route to Test Panther, but you can maybe normal summon a Glad Beast after you make the Test Panther using the Tri-Brigades, and then you can obviously send a Gladiator Beast back to the deck. You don't get the search effect with Test Panther if you summon it that way, but it is a way to at least kind of get that on the field, and then you can always potentially make Test Panther again later to get the effect to add a card from your deck to your hand. You've got the standard Ash Blossoms and Maxis. Gestel is really the reason why this deck even works now at this point. You can reveal it and another Gladiator Beast in your hand to special summon both to your side of the field. And then he also, when he's special summoned by Gladiator Beast effect, which his own effect is a Gladiator Beast monster effect, it will allow you to search your deck for a card. I believe it was just a Gladiator Beast, a Gladiator spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So that opens up a lot more options for possibilities, but we haven't really needed to test around with too many of the different options. So we've got 3 of him. You want to see him in every opening hand. You've got a quest because of the loops that you can do. A quest is not a once per turn, so every time it gets special summoned by a Gladiator Beast monster's effect, it does get the effect to add from the graveyard to your hand a Gladiator Beast spell, trap, monster, just a Gladiator Beast card from your graveyard to your hand. A Torix, which is the other part, or the other main part of the combo, I should say. So you really want to have Gestel as well as a Torix in your opening hand. You can reveal the Gestel, or reveal the Torix with the Gestel effect, special summon both, and then a Torix, what it does is it sends a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck to the graveyard. Whenever it does that, it can copy the level. So because of what we're going to be doing with the deck, you're typically going to be sending either the Augustus or the Noxious, but you have to be careful with the Noxious because it is a Beast Warrior. The combo does not really work if you use a Torix to send Noxious because they're both Beast Warriors, and your Gladiator Beast comeback has an ability where it cannot bring back a monster of the same type, and so if they're both Beast Warriors, you cannot bring back the Noxious. So you really want to send the Augustus. If you have Augustus in your opening hand, you can reveal the Augustus with the Gestel, and the Augustus can actually summon the Atorix and send the Noxious, and then you'll be able to still do the full combo because you'll have the Augustus already on the board with the Atorix that's now level 5. So as long as you have level 5s, you're able to go into the Tamer Editor, which is the whole point of the deck. You do have Nibiru. You don't mind having your opponent having a giant token or anything in this deck. It's pretty easy to get rid of stuff, so great card to have is Nibiru because it does at least clear things off of the board, potentially essentially end your opponent's turn. You have 3 Proving Grounds to search out whichever part of the combo you need. I've got 2 comebacks. I know a lot of people play 1. I like 2, especially if I play against something like Kashtira. I've had seen where you just lose the one and then you can't do your combo at all. You still have a chance to win, but it's a lot more difficult. Tactics talent, because well, it's just nice to draw extra cards or steal a monster if needed. I've got 2 of the field spell. You can play 2, you can play 3. I was playing 3, I just recently cut it down to 2. It's really just a personal preference. It is a searching card. By discarding a card, you can add a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck to your hand, which is very helpful, but there's 2 other effects that this card does. If your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck, and it cannot be destroyed by battle. So even if your board is completely cleared other than the field spell, you can summon from the deck. It can't be destroyed by battle. A lot of people forget about the effects that they can go back to the deck and special summon at the end of the battle phase, so people will still attack it a lot of times, or they don't read the can't be destroyed by battle thing, and then you'll be able to proc some kind of effect from a quest or something like that. So or even Gestel, because you can go and get whatever card you want from your deck that says Gladiators on it. The 3 Fuwalos already kind of explained why. I mean, you get to draw cards, obviously, but also they can go into the Tri-Brigade combo. They count as a wing beast, so they can help you with the different Tri-Brigade plays. So you've got Tinky. Tinky is, I mean, it's pretty important in the sense of it can get you to Fractal, which can get you obviously into the combos for all of the Tri-Brigades, but it also does search out a Torix, as Torix is a Beast Warrior. So once per turn you get that, and you can pump up your attack a little bit because you do have Beast Warriors that you could be using in your extra deck, but it's not really that relevant. 2 Call of the Haunted, because I mean everyone's going to try to Ash your stuff or Effect Veiler maybe, so definitely want to have the Called by the Graves. You also special summon a million times as well, so Maxi and Fuwalos are pretty good against you. So you want to have these Called by the Graves and the Ashes all at maxed out. 3 Infinite Impermanence. I've considered cutting one for a War Chariot, only because sometimes you draw this in your opening hand, and the 3rd effect of the field spell, which I did not go over, I just realized. During the end phase, if a Gladiator Beast monster was special summoned from your deck this turn, you can set a Gladiator trap from your deck. So at the end of your first turn, you'll have set something back, more than likely using Test Panther's ability, and it allows you to set Charge, which Charge lets you target face-up cards on the field up to the number of Gladiator Beast monsters you control with different names and destroy them. So if you've set your field up, you've got a bunch of Gladiator Beasts, you can kind of prevent your opponent from going into stuff if they have to put monsters on the board first for Exceeds or Synchro Summoning or Link Summoning. You can have that ability to clear their board and put them back to square one essentially. Extra deck, you have Gyzarus. Anytime it's special summoned, you can pop 2 cards. So Gyzarus, whenever it's summoned off of the next one we're going to mention, Tamer Editor, which Tamer Editor once per turn can just special summon a Gladiator Beast fusion monster from your extra deck, and it is a soft once per turn, so you can do it as many times as you can special summon this guy in a turn. So you can pop 2 cards with Gyzarus. Heraklinos is there if you get the full combo and you're able to just kind of go completely off, discard a card, negate a spell or a trap. You play 2 of the Tamer Editor. If you'll notice, it is a dark, so you do have to worry about Bystials. So I like to have 2 just in case they Bystial me and I need to make a second one. It's there. This is the main card that you're going to be summoning off of the Tamer Editor. Domitianus, however you want to pronounce it, but what his effect is, once per turn when your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can negate the activation and destroy it. It is a hard once per turn as far as I'm aware, but it's only on each individual copy, so you're going to want to make 2 of them on your first turn going first. And usually you can get to him by your 5th summon, so you can actually negate Nib and not have to worry about playing around Nibiru. So that's pretty sweet. And then it also, at the end phase, if it battles, can go back to the extra deck and summon a Gladiator Beast monster, but you should probably never be doing that. The last guy that you summon every turn, or every first turn when you do your combo, is Claudius. It can be summoned by shuffling 5 Gladiator Beast monsters either from the field or the graveyard back into the deck or extra deck. and it just special summons straight from the extra deck that way. If it's summoned that way, you can conduct your next battle phase twice. So going first, you don't have a battle phase. So if you summon it, you still get 2 battle phases your next turn. And then once during your turn, or once per turn, if an opponent activates a monster effect, so this could be, Effect Failure or Buwalos or, whatever monster effect they want to activate, during your turn, you get to special summon a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck, so regular Gladiator Beast monster from up here. And if it's on your opponent's turn, you get to special summon a level 11 or lower Gladiator Beast monster from your extra deck, which, as you can tell, this is level 10, so you can summon him. You can do a surprise Heraklinos. You can even pull out Gyzarus and pop 2 cards as well to kind of help clear their field. So if you've already charged and you have this effect to pull out Gyzarus, that could be pretty punishing for your opponent. We've got the Almirage in case we start with something like Kit and we just need to go into a Link 1. It gets Kit in the graveyard to then put Nerval and get the Karass. So you can go into the Farajet at least. Dragazis, it's a Gladiator Beast name. That's really the big reason why it's played, but it does also prevent some stuff. So if a Gladiator Beast monster you control attacks, it cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, your opponent cannot activate a card or activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So that's pretty big. If you attack, they can't activate anything until after the damage step. 2 Test Panthers, there's just times where you need 2 of them. We've got Farajet, as I explained before. Really, it's just there to help draw a card if it's sent to the graveyard. Kind of cycle through some stuff in your hand. It can be nice. SP Little Knight. A lot of times my combo will end with an SP Little Knight in my extra monster card zone or extra monster zone. And then all of my Gladiator Beast cards will be under it. You have Darius, which he's pretty important to the combos. If you're going first, then you're going to want to get Darius out once you've already gotten Ikest out into the graveyard. Because what Darius does is he can special summon a Gladiator Beast from the graveyard when he's made that is level 4 or lower. It can also do it from your hand, so as long as you have it at least in your hand or the graveyard, you're good. But it specials it, and then obviously it can make more plays. Things like Ikest can help you cycle the Gladiator Beast comeback that you're using to just keep everything in rotation. And then if your opponent has a monster on the field already, then Darius is able to summon from your deck. So that's a very good ability, obviously. And I do need to take a sip of water real quick. Last but not least, we have Shureg. If this card's special summon, or if any other beast warrior, or wing beast is special summon, you can banish a card from the field. Very useful and very easy to do, especially if you have a Shureg up in the extra monster card zone, and then your Claudius procs on your opponent's turn because they activated a monster effect. Then you can summon Gyzarus, pop 2 cards, and then banish another one with your Shureg. So it just helps add, extra levels of interruption during your opponent's turn. But that is the deck. So let's go ahead and take a look at some replays that I have saved here. I'll just go ahead and show you in ranked. I haven't played a lot, so you'll see in the match history that I do have, quite a few wins with the deck. There's, 3 losses in there, but I'm winning and ranking up relatively quickly. I just don't get to play a lot. But let's go here. I was going to do some replays a little while ago. I just haven't had the time. So there was the festival going on. But let's look at these ranked duels. We'll go to the Ryziel game. It's really hard to find stuff because usually in this deck, once you start really going off and they don't have hand traps, they realize they can't play through the inboard and they just kind of quit. So, but let's try to get through. As you see, we opened up full combo, but they did go first. So we're going to have to get through some stuff. We've got Max C, which is helpful. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and make it fast forward. I don't really know all of the Ryziel combos. I'll be completely honest. I didn't play during that time at all in TCG. But basically what they did is they just wanted to go to Detonator, so I didn't keep drawing cards and get the Ryziel cross out and then pass it over to me. So let's see what I did to get through this. And I drew Infinite Impermanence, which is pretty busted, but trying to bait some stuff out here with the field spell. as we know, again, we can look at the hand and see we have everything already. So we're going to imperm the detonator, negate the effects, and then we can kind of just pop off from here as long as they don't have all of the stuff. Actually, detonator still negated a Torix, but a Torix still popped off from the hand because of the comeback. So I'm assuming that infinite impermanence just doesn't affect detonator, if I remember right. So detonator, so you can only use each effect of the following effects on strength, special summoned. Attach if an XYZ monster you control be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can attach one material instead. So I'm not sure. You cannot exceed summon monsters the same name as a card you control. So I'm not really sure why it wasn't affected, but it wasn't. So I saw this was, did proc as part of that, but once per turn when a monster effect activated by your opponent resolves, you can attach a material from a Ryzeal monster you control and negate the effect. Okay, so that makes sense. So we've got that. Let's keep the plays going. So we got Test Panther. We had another one of the field spells that we got from the Test Panther, which allowed us to get a Torix, and then we did come back to get an Atorix. Test Panther is going to send the Atorix back for the Augustus. The Augustus is going to summon the Atorix. When we can then send, at the time, I was playing a slightly different list, which did have this guy in here, which is a level 7. I'm considering putting him back in the list that you just saw. I've just been testing all kinds of stuff, but definitely he does have some use. He also pumps up your attack as well, so something to think about. But either way, we got into Tamer Editor here, got into the Domitianus, so we're already bigger than them. You're going to want to go ahead and link off into the Darius. Darius, because he has a monster, goes and gets the Akest. The Akest gets the comeback. I did misplay here. So complete full disclosure, 100% a misplay. What you want to do there is actually go into Dragazi's first, because I couldn't bring back my Tamer Editor because of him having the same same type as the whatchamacallit, the Darius. So but I got enough names out there for the Claudius. Claudius allows me to have 2 battle phases. I can just attack into them, go to battle phase number 2 and attack for game. So even though I misplayed, I was able to play through some stuff, at least get the monster negate out as well, and an SP Little Knight. So if they had anything that popped up for some reason, I was good to go. So that is one game where I was able to beat Ryzeal and misplay even. And let's look at this one other duel here and kind of go through the plays. Hopefully I won't misplay as bad in it, but I don't get to play a lot, and I'm kind of relearning a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. It's changed a ton over the years. So this one I have, of course, Max C and Fuwalos. So they branded Fusion. I do Max C, obviously, because why would I not, right? They don't have anything to stop it. So let's go ahead and fast forward some. Albion. So we got the Tinky. So we've got full combo in 2 different ways. We can search. So they went ahead and made the Mirror Jade, which is expected. Got 2 back rows. They didn't want me to draw a whole lot. Completely understandable. So we're just going to start to try and bait things. Tri-Brigade is great at baiting things for sure. So we just kind of do the whole combo there with the Tri-Brigades. All right, so we've got all of the Gladiator Beast stuff. We've popped out the Shureg. It's going to force Mirror Jade to activate. Mirror Jade, we removed their back row, and then we go into our Gladiator Beast combo. Like I said, a Torix can come off the Augustus to where they can go into the Tamer Editor and Domitianus, and then we have the Test Panther. Test Panther is going to be able to go ahead and do some stuff as well. So we got comeback for the Tamer Editor again, another Domitianus. Test Panther, get Ikest, get back the comeback again. We're going to link into Dragazi's. We're going to come back again for the Tamer Editor. Tamer Editor is going to activate its effect. We're going to get Gyzarus to pop 2, and then they quit because there's nothing they can do at that point. It's you can definitely break boards with this, especially when you max C. I know these are only half boards, but honestly, it's just so hard to get anybody to really play through my opening board because it is pretty consistent that you get to pop off and do your full combo. Uh, so as you guys saw in my match history, I had 3 losses, and I'm pretty sure all 3 are probably because I got ashed and just didn't have anything for it. Let's check out this replay. I don't remember this one at all, so they're going first, Fiendsmith. I don't have any of my, hand interruptions or anything this time, so they've got full ability to go full reign to go do whatever they want. So let's see what happens here and how I can break this board and get this victory against this Fiendsmith deck. They're going, I mean, full blown, Lacrima, everything. So let's see. They've got the Fusion Lacrima as well. Get back the Engraver, make Caesar. Then they've got the Punk engine that they're playing off of as well, which will set up some more interruptions for my turn. I'm assuming. Again, this one's from a little while ago, so I don't even remember exactly what deck list I was on overall, but either way, it's still Gladiator Beast. It should be pretty similar. I was probably still playing 3 Fractal, but I'm not sure if this one had the Sky Strikers. But let's just take a look at the board that he has. It was the Sky Striker build, so actually I still have that built. I just haven't been using it lately. They have the Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer on the board, which does have that quick effect where you can destroy both one card you control and one card your opponent controls. And then if he's destroyed, then obviously you can special summon back at the standby phase of the next turn. You've got the DDD Wave High King Caesar, which is when a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster, you can detach material and negate it. You've got the new Punk Jam Fever. Once per turn, you can also exceed summon Punk Jam Fever by using Punk Fusion or Synchro monsters you control, pay 600 life points, then detach a material from this card, draw a card. When another monster's effect is activated and you have a level 3 psychic monster in your graveyard, you can attach a material from this card and negate the activation if you do destroy that monster. So lots of negations and stuff on their board, as well as, I mean, he's huge, right? So let's see how we get through this. So Jam Fever is going to negate the Fractal. Like I said, always want to try to bait stuff. Discard the other Fractal for the field spell. They negate. Once they do that, then we've got Caesar, who's trying to negate, but we have the Widow Anchor for that negate. So we've gotten through all of their negations and interactions to that point. They still have 3 cards in hand. I got the Comeback and the Gladiator Beast field spell. We made Test Panther, did the comeback on the Akest. We've got Augustus. Augustus is going to special the Atorix. And then I can go into Tamer Editor, get the Domitianus. We have the Darius. Darius gets Akest from the deck because he has monsters. Then we get the comeback back from the graveyard. Activate the field spell. Just because, I guess. I don't know. It's just there. We got the Dragazis. We're going to do comeback. For the Tamer Editor again, Tamer Editor is then going to summon another Domitianus. We're going to put all the cards back, get the Claudius. Claudius is going to give me 2 battle phases, and there's just nothing he can do. Claudius was bigger because it's 3,700. We got these big 3,500s going, and then we get another battle phase, which we didn't even have to use. But able to get through and break boards. We're also able to set up a board that's virtually unbreakable. So pretty sweet. If you have any other suggestions or ideas for the Gladiator Beast deck, things to take out, I know a lot of people play Rescue Cat. I just didn't really like it that much. Maybe I'm just using it wrong. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a combo I haven't seen the lines to yet, but I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do plan on doing more deck lists and maybe gameplays on Master Duel, as well as some actual TCG deck lists at some point. I just like to know what I'm talking about for the most part, know the combos before I post a deck list typically. Because, I mean, why would you watch a deck list just for the deck list? Most people want to hear some of the combos and see them. So I want to be able to confidently do that for you guys. But appreciate you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.